Welcome to Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever. We are up to... Oh, it's me, Jemma Bayley. Should we start again? Hello! This is Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever with me, Jemma Bayley. We are up to L. We're up to L. Oh, yeah, let's start. Let's start with I love this flavor. This is the Bahama Breeze. This is my favorite Oxy Shred. It was recommended to me by the youth, and I thank them every day for it. It hits me like a... The amount of times I burp out loud, I say sorry. The sorry loses meaning. The sorry loses meaning. Welcome back to Jemma Bayley Reviews Everything Ever with me, Jemma Bayley. Today we're reviewing L. And what are we reviewing? We're reviewing lemons. When life gives them to you, what do? You make lemonade! No! Because everyone's making lemonade, there's no hole in the market. You gotta go somewhere different. You gotta go something better. Make a lemon tart. I like... It's getting closer. I'm just thinking there's not enough tarts out there, but you're wrong! Something else. It's like I'm on Shark Tank. Where's the hole in the market for lemons right now? Not enough people are cleaning their houses. And lemon is a great natural, I think it's a decalcifier. It's like, because there's like acid in it. It's actually naturally really good at, like, getting rid of like stubborn growth. This has become an ad for lemons. Hey, have you tried lemons? No? Then do it. That's as much as my... Then try them. When life gives you lemons, ask life, why have you got so many spare lemons? Do you like have a lemon tree at the back of your house? Yeah. Life just... You know what happened? Life accidentally bought a tree and didn't realize it was a lemon tree. And they're like, oh, great, fresh lemons every day. That's great. But life didn't realize that there's only so many lemons that they go through in a week, so they have to keep giving them out to people in the neighborhood. And it's kind of nice, but everyone in the neighborhood is also like, no, we actually don't use lemons all that often. Like, you'll find out that, like, lemons are, like, for not used in a lot of stuff. So I guess life should have just planted... Pay attention to the trees you're planting in your yards, guys. I guess is what I'm trying to say. What are we doing? Okay, what are we reviewing? Are we actually reviewing lemons? I guess. Okay, all right, we'll review lemons. It's gonna be sour about it, though. Lemons have pips. Oh, unless they don't have pips. Sometimes they genetically modify them to not have pips. Did you know... Hey... Did you know that lemons, when the original lemon fruit is not a thing? I think lemons and oranges and all that sort of, all the citrus was the same fruit, and then they like broke them up, kind of like how wolves are now chihuahuas and beagles. Like they were, yeah. So we just genetically modified a fruit to be super bitter like that, and another fruit to be super sweet, and like all the in between. So yeah, but lemons, but oranges. Apples and oranges are very different fruits, and that's why we never compare them. We can compare lemons and oranges, but you can never compare oranges and apples. Apples and oranges? Disgusting. Inhumane. No, inhumane was like blasphemy. Yeah, lemons. I don't know. Lemonade is good. But I think that's mainly because of the sugar, if I'm honest. If you're having lemonade without sugar, are you a psychopath? Like, you crazy? Lemons have a place. They can cook things. Like, you can put lemon on fish and it cooks fish. So I think that's also good. I like that. Look. Lemons have their purpose. Not in my life. I don't need lemons in my life. Also, if you have a bad car, you call it a lemon. It's interesting how, like a lemon can mean so many different things, you know? Isn't language interesting? You know? So, lemons. Well. I'm giving lemons a 1. Because it's not the fruit I would go to. It's not the fruit I'm going to grab in the store. I'm like, oh, I feel like a lemon today. No, it's just, and you can't eat it by itself, and it has to be with shit, and it's only ever adding a bit to something. Like you put a squeeze of it in on top of your chips, and nom, but it's the chips that are you're not putting a bit of chips on your lemon. You know what this lemon could use? A bit of battered fish sprinkled on top of it. What a great start to the pod. Lemons get a 1. Okay, I have to review Labubus because it's all that's being shown to me on my feed. And as a 32-year-old, I think it is like, I think people are just, like, I'm being sold to constantly. Like, we're being, if you don't think you're being sold to constantly, open your damn eyes. There's so many bargains out there. How we're all aware to the concept that if you enter onto the internet on your own phone, you walk out into the world, you're being sold something all the time. And we know this, and we're all smart enough to realize it. It's this whole, like, buy something else feeling. And it's really in my face this time with the whole, like, 24-karat Labubu. The whole, like, oh, what did you get? And they're doing their unboxing videos, and it sparks that thing inside you. The mystery boxes that are, like, the kryptonite for, like, it's honestly like a shopaholics, like, wet dream, like, oh, I might get something, and it's gambling and shopping together, and I can see why it's taken off, you know, like, it's not good, like, it's dopamine, it's like it's a perfect example of how stripped away our ability to create our own dopamine is, that, like, now this has entered our realms, and everyone's latched onto it, and I might get one. I'm really thinking about it because there's some really cute ones out there. I know I just flippy flopped, and I was like, it's so bad for you, and it's addiction, and it's capitalism, but they're so cute. God, it's hard being a woman. Getting something like that, but I think it's the sugar skulls. There's like another one, and it's another blind box, and it's panda skull, whatever it is. It's these doll-like looking things, and their eyes move, and they've got cute dresses on, and they're fluffy as well. And all I'm saying is my algorithm fucking knows me, and I need to get off. I need to get off of the internet. But I didn't realize this. I actually have a Labubu thing, like, in my office. Like, one of our mates went off overseas and came back with some blind boxes for us, and we've all got, like, on our desk, we've got these little Labubu statues. I've got one that is in a pineapple jar, tin of pineapples, and I was like, when all this stuff was coming on my feed, I was like, oh, people are so influenced. I looked around my computer and I went, oh my God, I've got one. I was so quick to, like, isolate myself from the general populace and be like, I am better than that. And I turn around and I go, it is me. It's like when you're shown a mirror of yourself and you're like, fuck. And you realize you have a lot more work to do than what you thought you did. Goddamn. I guess what I'm trying to say is Labubus popping up on my feed has really made me look at myself, how I engage with the internet, and how much I shop, because I do spend money when I'm sad. And it's made me just go, all right, it's not a low point. It has made me way more aware of how bad it's gotten. So this is a kind of like a touchstone for me, the whole, oh, Jemma, go buy a Labubu. You want a Labubu, don't you? It's made me so aware of, like, this is, strip it back, Jemma, strip it back. What is it? It's just a little fluffy toy that everyone has placed a value on, that's in the zeitgeist, and you're seeing other people have it and you want it. Why do you want it? Everyone else is engaging with it. What makes you want to engage with it? Because everyone else is. What does that give you? What do you think it's going to actually give you? What's the completion here that you think you're going to get from buying this thing? Is it acceptance? If you buy a Labubu, do you think you're going to be accepted? No. Also, think about it this way. Do you want to be accepted by these people? No. No, they're crazy. One of them put blackface on one of them. What are you doing? Why do you want to this. I'm having a crisis. I'm having a crisis because, like, there's a very human part of my brain that wants to be part of the tribe and be with everyone and have a fun time and be in the group. There's another part of me that logically is like, that's not what makes you likable and wanted and good. That's not where your value lies, Jemma. Your value has always lied outside of there or over here thinking about other shit. That's where your value lies. So I think I'm just going to have to accept the fact that I play alone. I play alone. This is like a weirdly sobering moment. I've just realized that I don't like to share. And also, that makes me equal parts sad, comfortable, and happy. And I don't know how to reconcile all of those together. And it's weird that I connect more with a camera staring at me and no one talking back and to actual people. Anyway, Labubus get a 4 out of 5 because they're so cute. Let's get funny. God damn. Yeah, no, I in all honesty, there is something going on there in which I want to constantly buy things and be connected to people that I should probably go talk to a professional about. Not you! So let's continue on with the reviews. Oh my god. I want to review the Loch Ness Monster. I wrote this down ages ago. And mythical creature. I love how Googling the Loch Ness Monster, Nessie. We've named it Nessie. To have a lore that has a nickname is very cute. Reviewing the Loch Ness... So the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie, is a legendary mystical creature said to inhabit the Loch Ness in the Scottish Highlands, often described as large with long neck and humps. Lovely lady lumps. Well, evidence of its existence has been consistently debunked and as hoaxes or misidentifications. The legend persists. I love how it's like, it's constantly been disproved, but people just like it so much, they're like, not listening. They're like, but we like it. The legend persists, drawing tourists to the area, fueling theories including the idea it could be a pediosaur or giant eel. The legend gained significant popularity in 1933. Origins have been tracked back to ancient times, with reference to water beasts in early texts. Oh, cool. Let's take a look. Oh, I know that guy. Sorry, I just clicked on the dinosaur they're referring to. Oh yeah, I guess that when I think of the Loch Ness Monster, I do think it's got like a little flappy, in Charlie the Unicorn where they're like, oh, it's a Leopleurodon. That's what I picture whenever I picture the Loch Ness. But also like the Loch Ness Monster, it's the whole concept of it is that it's two guys in a suit. It's two guys in a Leopleurodon suit. No, trying to get into a movie. Hey. Are you two guys in a Leopleurodon outfit trying to get into this X-rated movie? No. Come on in. Sorry, I thought you were two guys in a Leopleurodon outfit trying to get into this X-rated movie. Just so you know, Leopleurodons, they are classified as an... I think a Leopleurodon's classified as an adult. I think so. Look, if I was working at the movies and a Leopleurodon came through, I'd be like, oh yeah, you're old as shit. I've seen fossils of you. Come on in. And they're like, all right, we're going to see some titties. You know what? Even if I knew there were two kids in a Leopleurodon outfit, I would still let them in because I'm like, that's good craftsmanship right there. One of these kids is going to watch this movie, is going to inspire them to be a filmmaker, and then they're going to make the best thing ever made. Let them in. I'm a cool movie worker. I'm just getting high. That's what people at movies are like, getting high and watching kids walk through in Leopleurodon outfits. It's not, there was never a Leopleurodon. It's just some movie guy who works at the movies just high and thinks there's a Leopleurodon in there. Loch Ness Monster. Loch Ness Monster. Okay. So, there's a very famous picture of the Loch Ness Monster that looks kind of like someone going like this out of the water, honestly. It's called the Surgeon's Photograph. It's from 1934. The best known article that first attracted a great deal of attention about a creature was published on the 2nd of May 1933 about a large beast or whale-like fish. The article by Alex Campbell. It's just a guy who doesn't know animals. I don't know. Like, it could have been a whale, it could have been a fish. Those are very different things, Alex. Oh. Could have been a horse, could have been a tree. Just a guy who doesn't know what things are called. Like, someone like me, who you've got, it's like, what if he just saw a fish and he didn't know what to call it? And it's someone like me just being like, it kind of looks like if a cat had no fur. And it's just been misconstrued and now everyone thinks there's a dinosaur in the water. That is exactly how these things start. You say that there's something in the water that kind of looks like if a horse was a fish, and then suddenly there's dinosaurs in the water. In my mind, I don't know why, but Loch Ness kind of looked almost like it had like a horse head. I think I remember seeing a movie and it was about this girl who was hiding a secret Loch Ness monster and it looked kind of cute and they just got bigger and bigger and bigger. It was a coming of age story. You see, the Loch Ness growing bigger in her bathtub was a representation of her womanhood and becoming a lady that she could no longer ignore. I actually don't know what that movie was about and I don't know what it's called. And it may have been a dream I had. So, the creature disported itself, rolling and plunging fully a minute in body resembling that of a whale and the water cascading and churning in the simmering cauldron. Soon, however, it disappeared into a boiling mass of foam. So there's no photograph of this. It's just like something that happened and everyone was like, it was a monster. Okay. I'm skewing closer to dinosaur. Do I have any pictures? Oh, Arthur Grant had drawn a picture? It does look like a dinosaur. On the 5th of January, a motorcyclist, Arthur Grant, claimed to have nearly hit the creature while approaching the northeast end of the loch. 1 a.m. on moonlight. Was he drunk? I love how anything crazy happens here, but were you drunk? Look, Scotland, they're all drunk over there. I'm calling them out. All of them are drunk over there all the time. They think there's dinosaurs in their water. Guys, it's microplastics. It's microplastics, not dinosaurs. I want to believe that there's like a dinosaur in there, but also if there was a dinosaur in there, it is probably dead. In which case, I want to see the bones. I also think it's like cute, the concept that in our world, like, you know, like Mothman and like all the stuff that like is real. Like I love like jumping into the ghost stories of like a local place and, you know, you walk into a town and there's a guy there cleaning the jukebox or whatever they're doing and like, oh yeah, have you heard about the monster that resides in the castle? You know, like I love that shit. And Loch Ness has that, like it, and it's ongoing, and everyone knows about it. And I get almost annoyed that people want to debunk it, because like, what, you want to go around just making things not whimsical? Like, fuck off. There's enough. Like, just leave it, let it be. Why? Like, do you go around telling kids that Santa doesn't exist? Do you go around just being like, Easter bunnies make no sense because bunnies don't lay eggs? I mean, people do say that, and you know that is a very fair point. But what I'm trying to say is just let them have their little dinosaur in their pond. Let them have it. The Loch Ness Monster. I'm not going to say it's not real. because despite people debunking it and it not being real, it lives within all of us. You can't take it away from our hearts. And the Loch Ness monster it's born of this thing inside of us that is like, what if there was a monster in the lake? And what if it was real? And you can't take that away from us. It's fun and it's silly and I support it. Loch Ness monster gets 5 stars because it's real. I'm going to review Libras. Because I'm a Libra. What? She's a Libra. Sorry, this outfit really suits this review. I am one. And do I place any importance in horoscopes? No, I don't believe they're real. But I do like them because it's like a fun way to gain insight into people's personalities according to how they react to it. And also, in telling you that you are a thing, you unconsciously evaluate yourself to go yes or no. So like in the same way that if you are trying to make a decision, you flip a coin and it says yes and you're like, oh, but I wish it was no, you figure out what you actually wanted. Do you know what I mean? So this is a weird way to describe it. So if someone tells you you're a Libra and that you are super decisive and you're like, I'm not decisive, then, well, actually, Libras are historically undecisive. This whole podcast, every time I flippy flop, makes sense now. I've been flippy flopping for my whole life. I guess what I'm saying is I don't really believe it, but like whenever someone's like these celebrities, the Libras, and they're all really hot, I'm like, oh my God, I'm a Libra. Of course. But then when they're like Libras have this bad trait, I'm like, these things are stupid and why would we listen to them? Libras personality. What the fuck was that? I went to research Libras and it was like, why Libra is so dangerous. Why are Libras considered to be super evil? What is going on? How did they know? Libras tend to be bougie, judgmental, high standards, flaky, not particularly emotionally available. Libras are dangerous when mad. If Libras feel betrayed, deeply wronged, they might lash out in sharp words, calculated actions. Far out, Brussels sprout. What is the dark side of Libra? They also have a habit of overcommitting their time and energy. Libras want to please everyone, so they tend to say yes too often. Unfortunately, this can lead to them not following through, making them flaky and unreliable. I'm not going to lie, I have struggled with that in the past. I feel like now I'm really good at saying no and I'm good at setting boundaries. But is that not everyone? Is that not everyone, internet? I've got the so our entire office downloaded CoStar, which is not a very like HR thing to do. But now we know all each other's signs, and CoStar says some raunchy shit to like about your relationships in that sometimes. So we should not have it in the office because every now and then Alice and I, like my boss, will say, Alice is feeling reserved. Maybe you should connect with her through physical touch. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Meanwhile, Alice is across the room like, don't come near me. And I'm like, I don't think she physically wants to be touched. See, this is what I kind of like about this shit is under the guise of spirituality, it kind of just gives you like stuff to go internal with and like assess yourself. Like even though you're putting like the perspective on it, like you're looking at it in the glasses of I'm a Libra and spirituality and blah, 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 but you're still like focusing inwards and working on yourself and discovering, oh, maybe I put too much time into this and not enough time with friends and family. You know, so I guess in a weird way, I do actually think it's like okay to dabble in. I just think obviously the problems come with thinking you're a starseed or that you're the chosen and all that sort of shit. And then you start thinking you're a prophet and like leading people astray. That's where I have an issue with it. You're sitting there and you're channeling a guy from a galactic ambassador galaxy and you're like, well, it seems like, I wonder who I'm imitating. It seems like maybe you need to do this. Anyway, what do I review, Libras? 5 stars. Of course. Do I go through all of them? Signs. Here we go. We're doing a speed review on star signs. Obviously, Libra is a 5. Here we go. Aries, 2. Fuck you. Taurus, 3. You're fine. Gemini, 1. No. Cancer, 2. Leo, 5. I love Leos. Virgo, 5. I love Virgos. They're just easy. They're nice. Calm. Libras, 5. Scorpios, 4. Sagittarius, 3. Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn's 5. Aquarius. I don't know any of you. 3. Pisces. Idiots. Sorry. Pisces, 3. Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. Reviewed. Done that pesky zodiac sign review. There you go. And to anyone who's offended by that, it's not real. We are going to review love. We're going to review love. But I do think that obviously when love dips into limerence or like addiction and all that sort of stuff, very bad. I think I've been in love. I don't think I've ever had a comfortable love. I don't think I've ever had a love where I'm like, oh, this feels good. You know, it's always been like, God, that's not good. I wouldn't mind falling in love with someone who makes me comfortable, you know, for what? I think that says a lot about psychologically what I was brought up in, and I think it says a lot about how I govern my relationships. I also think it's a hangover of my singledom. I also think we mistake a lot of stuff for love, like lust for love, admiration for love, all these parasocial crushes that people get on people on the internet these days. Like on TikTok and the introduction of TikTok and Reels and like influencers, I think this happens more and more. People think that they're engaging with someone who's not there, and then all the concept of love goes onto this person who doesn't even know they exist, / they don't, like, it's almost like we don't want to engage with the confusion and the hardship of being with an actual real person. So it's just easier to place it on this kind of husk, like dummy of a person. Like you're using it like it's a substitute. And that's like, I get why people do it because it's easier, but like it's also like, it's sad because you don't fully engage with someone and you don't get that full connection. And some people, I get some people can live like that, but like, waifus are weird. I've been there. I've had a crush on a 2D character. Balto, the wolf from Balto. And it doesn't work out, guys. It doesn't work out. Listen to me, someone who's lived it. I think love is very good. Love is all we need. Love makes the world go round. All we need is love. I think there's a reason why there's so many songs about it. There's a reason why there's poems. I think there's a reason why we have muses. There's a reason why we engage with the world, and it inspires so much in us. Love is that thing, that kind of that sparky light business that pushes us forward. I do think that hate is just the reflection of love, in which if you love something so much and it betrays you, that's hate. Indifference is actually the opposite of love. I think that love, this grand concept of like, all it is connection. That's it's a positive form of connection. That's what love is. It's connecting with something. It's connecting with someone, you know. And I don't think that I do absolutely think that life is about connection. I say as I sit in a podcast studio all by myself talking to a camera, but this is also a form of connection. You know, you're engaging with something. So I guess in a weird way, I think the parasocial connection that people have to people that they've never met is also, I think that's also a type of love. I don't think it's depending on how much, I don't think it's healthy, but like it's a type of love. It's an appreciation. I think as long as you acknowledge it is what version of love it is, it's fine. I think we, because it's something that's so sought after, I think we try and commoditize it. I think that we try and put a price tag on it. I think that's why OnlyFans exists and influencers exist and marketing works, is because we're all trying to connect and we're all trying to get that. And the way, and even buying is a form, and this is probably why I have a shopping addiction. I'm trying to fill the hole inside of me, which is that I don't connect. People need love and connection. As much as shelter, water, all that sort of stuff. You know, like rats will die of tumors if they're lonely. I don't know if it's rats, but there's animals that die of loneliness. And that's why I do think that humans can, like, even though like the technical definition of their death may be that they threw themselves off of a bridge, I think that you can actually, the actual report will say it was impact from the water. But if you go backwards, it's a lack of being able to push forward and connect with other people that actually drove them to that. That's why I worry about this world and the polarization and everyone like pulling each other apart. In a weird way, you aligning yourself with a group of people is actually you finding connection through similarity and moralness, but you're also othering another group. And I don't think that's helpful. I take a positive stance on this, as I do with everything. I try to take a positive stance on it because there's so much like shit in the world, but it's from love. It's always from love, whether it's negative or positive. It's from love. It's trying to protect yourself. It's trying to look after the ones you love. It's trying to move forward into the world with connection. Making love. It's a very different thing altogether now, isn't it? I think I've made love before. I think I've made love before. I feel like I've had a lot of sex, but I don't think I've made love a lot. And I could probably put it down to a few partners that I've actually made love with. I will never reveal who they are. But I mean, I've had fun. I've always had fun having sex, but making love is this very different creature. When you're making love, the orgasm isn't nearly as important. I mean, obviously, I do, but like, no, it's not as important as the connection in the moment. What a weird place to have ended up. Making love's about not coming. The times I've made love, I feel like I haven't even spoken to that person about it. I feel like we've both just come to an understanding of that's what it is. I don't think I've actually verbalized it. I think the next time I make love, I'm going to verbalize it. This is me trying to grow. The next time I make love, I'm going to say it out loud. I'm going to turn to them and be like, we just made love. Not like that. But I might be like, hey, did you feel that? And they're like, nah. And I'm like, fuck, I'm an idiot. Oh, God. Is that not making love? They're like, no, I just put my thumb in a place that you wouldn't usually let me. We're giving love 5 stars because why wouldn't you? I believe in it so much. Love gets 5 stars because I believe in it so much. So we've come to the end of the podcast and I've really enjoyed having you here. But we've got to go. We've got to get out of here. We're out of time. We're out of time. We're all out of time. Go hug your loved ones. We're all going to die. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you have a review, Jemma Bayley comedy at gmail.com. If you like me, give me a 5-star rating on Spotify, Apple, blah, 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 wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, as always, I love you. I love you. Don't get weird with it, though. Just tune in next week. Okay, bye.